Yo, you know what it is? It's your boy, the short one, the tallest giant you'll ever meet, aka basically the shortest giant you'll ever meet. And you see, I got a nice little background. I'm on top of the world, baby, Bay Area style. But this is a special off punishment. Everyone is special, but this is actually really special for me. This is the person who got me into podcasting. Actually, I followed him around as a youngster. Him and my oldest brother was like this, which turned me into like this because I followed him and my brother everywhere. I'm really excited to talk to him, and just to get some more of his background, and for y'all to know who my big brother is. Well, one of my big brothers. So I want to introduce to y'all. It's a pleasure and an honor to my big brother, Shawn, aka Marz Entertainment, the founder of Down in the D.E.N, the main co-host of Down in the D.E.N After Dark. We got politicking as usual with him, myself, and my brother Kyle Jones. He helped Pot with Petty just jump off, and he got more stuff coming. He's got Miss Nikki New from Are You Mad? We love you, Nikki. And we're going to get started. So what's happening, bro?
Chilling, bro. You know how we do, man. Chilling this late night. I see you already got your squares. I got my wine. So I'm chilling, man. I'm ready to get off punishment. Oh yeah. So I'm ready to get off punishment with the people, man. And chill with my brother, of course.
Yeah, man. You know, I was really on punishment a lot. Moms was beating my ass back in the day.
Yeah, my man did terms like he was in the penitentiary. He would do 1-2 year bids, get out, go right back in, another year, go back out. You know, my man did some time.
Yeah, she didn't play. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my mama, you know what I'm saying? But
shout out Mama Lega, love your other mother.
Yeah, man. So look, man, you know, I know about you. You know what I'm saying? You my big brother. I followed you around. We've known each other damn near 30 years. You've seen me grow. I've seen you grow before your beard got white and before I went bald headed and even grew a beard. So give the people some of your background. You know what I'm saying? Let them know about yourself.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, I was born and raised in Hampton Roads. That's an area on the east coast of Virginia, for those who don't know. And like Shortman said, I moved to the neighborhood when I was about 13 years old. He was about 11. His brother was the same age, so I met them when I was in 8th grade. So we're talking a long time. If you can see by the beard, we're talking 8th grade. And I was the kid in the crew. You know, I was the joker in the crew, but I was always, I wouldn't say the leader of the group, because, you know, we are circle. It's no man ahead of the other. But I was always on a different path, you know. So I was like the first one in the crew to go to school. And, you know, I tried to mentor Shortman because he was a wild boy. You know, he was a wild boy, but I felt the kindred spirit in him, man. He was, even though he was a little bro, he definitely had that, in many respects, more mature than me is some of the antics he would do or even say. So I kind of just took him under my wing, you know, because I wanted to make sure that he had so much potential, as you guys are seeing now. I just wanted to make sure he did his thing. And, you know, I'm so proud of him for doing his thing and the man he's become. But for me personally, I was just a kid in the crew that I was into everything. The comedy, I was into the you know, music. I just wanted to do something creative. And unfortunately, I fell in that corporate structure where everybody feels like you have to work the 9 to 5, you have to get married, I try to do everything right. But mentally, for me, it wasn't very healthy. And I had got to a point right during the pandemic where it was just, my marriage had fallen apart and I was just kind of by myself, just me and my dog, and doing the corporate structure, but I didn't have the office to go to because pandemic had us working from home, and I was just isolated. And I was down in my garage, which was my man cave / the den, where you see down in the den. So I was literally down in the den one day, and I was like, man, I loved Deezus and Mero. I loved Arsenio Hall. And I was like, what if I could come up with something like that? And literally when I started, I didn't have any equipment. I just had a cell phone. I downloaded an Anchor app, and I just spit off an episode straight off the top of my dome. And from that, somehow, Terry Crews' wife manager heard me and sent me her music and was like, "Hey, do you interview musicians?" I was like, "Nah, not really, but I will because you related to Terry Crews." I'm like, maybe I can get Terry Crews on the show.
Mm-hmm.
So I interviewed his wife, and from there, just started making connections in the music industry. And I was like, okay, I can channel this into something. And I started getting really good views and good listens. And about a year after doing just audio, I decided to do a foray into YouTube and start doing digital content. And then from there, I just started creating shows. You know, I'm a creative guy, and I happened to be blessed by knowing a gang of characters that I feel are ready for their own spotlight. So I kind of had a Wu-Tang moment where I said, I got this guy who's good at this guy good at this guy good at that, this girl good at this. What if we can just come together like Voltron and just help each other grow and do our own thing while still being a unit? And so far, so good. But yeah, I was just a dude that decided the corporate structure really wasn't for him, and I wanted to start living my dream before it was too late. So that's me in a nutshell.
Yeah, man. And you got us all on this path. And you started down in the D.E.N, man, and with just a phone. You know what I'm saying?
Just a phone.
And now it has blossomed to where you started doing your thing. You've interviewed many, many dope artists. One particular comes to mind is La Russell. How did that come about?
Yeah, I kind of, when I decided to do my show, I wanted to get artists that wasn't necessarily well known, but I believed in them and I thought they had a talent. I have a really good ear for music. So I was just scouring the internet and I seen this guy from your neck of the woods, the Bay Area. And I just thought he was dope, like lyrically top tier. But more importantly, his message. It was like very much in the vein of Nipsey Hussle with, you know, independence, ownership, and it was everything that I wanted for the D.E.N, because the D.E.N is an acronym for dreams and nightmares. I tell people once I started fulfilling my dreams and start going after them, it ended that nightmare of the hellscape of just being stuck doing nothing but 9 to 5 and all of that, and it's become like a second career. But I saw him and I just thought he was dope. And at the time, he wasn't huge. He wasn't as big as he is right now. And I just straight up slid in his DMs and I was like, yo, bro, think you're dope. You're a black business owner. I'm a black business owner. I like to link up and see how we can work together. And he hit me back immediately. He said, hey, man, I listened to what you do. I love what you're doing. I want to rock with you. And I was like, let's get it. So we booked the interview, no management, no any of that. Just me and him going back and forth through DMs. And now he's become like, you know, I would say a friend. And, you know, he hit me up, I hit him up. And a lot of artists that he has gone through his Good Company imprint, he'll send them through to the D.E.N. And I've had several of those artists that have performed or worked with him. Our current interview right now, Michael Prince, just came from South by Southwest in Houston playing with La Russell. So, you know, he kind of sends me dope artists and we put them in the D.E.N mate community. But that's how it came through. You know, I just took a shot out there. I pitched what my plans were and he was down. And, you know, shout out to La Russell, shout out to Good Company, shout out to the Bay Area, shout out to Vallejo. So much talent out there, including my man, the Shortman. It's a hotbed. You know, I would honestly say one of the top 3 places in the world right now for musicians. So shout out to that entire Bay Area. You know, VA to the Bay, how I do it all day.
Yeah, VA to the Bay. East Oakland stand up. We in the building. You know what I'm saying? All day, every day. But besides that, so you help the crew bring in, you already have Down in the Den. And now we have Down in the Den After Dark. Now, you know, we're a bunch of motherfucking characters. We all have different personalities. In your opinion, what does each one of us bring to the table to make our show what it is?
Oh man, that's a great question. So After Dark was the first spinoff of the Down and Den community. And it all started with Drew Shortman and his brother King Petty. As we've mentioned, we've been friends going on 30 years. And we have all three of us had watched the reboot of Mortal Kombat. And I said, hey guys, why don't y'all come on my show? And we talk about this whack ass movie, laugh about it. And once I got the footage, I was like, nah, this is better than just being another regular episode of Down in the Den. The chemistry was like we had never left, like we were still in each other's living room playing Nintendo 64. And I instantly knew, I said, okay, this is something we could market. So I did the spinoff, and from there we added some more castmates to where we have who we have now. But to answer your question, of course, the Shortman, I always say he's the star of the show. He come with the pure ruckus, the pure fuckery. He's super intelligent, so that's what makes the fuckery so much more, because we know this man is a genius. But you know, he's gonna also select that fuckery every time. So he brings that star element. He's a character. He's raw. He's rugged. He's brutally honest, which I think the fans love. So he brings that. I consider myself the conductor. You know, yeah, I can crack a joke. I can laugh, but I'm kind of the one that steers the ship. I'm the El Capitan. I keep everything flowing, make sure the conversation is going, pick topics, kind of just lead the pack. Cal, who is another one of my closest friends, he brings that pure skepticism, that dry wit. You know, he's not gonna say anything crazy, but he's mischievous, man. My lady friend calls him Quagmire. He's gonna sit there giggling, giggity. And he's gonna say something just off the wall, but he's like that straight man that something ain't right. You know, he seemed like he's normal, then you realize there's a little something there that this man ain't quite there. But he's hilarious. BJ, aka Mr. Hey Sweetheart, Big Wheel, man. It's funny because he's probably been the longest parent out of any of us, and he's straight dad mode. You know, he coming in there with them 1999 braids. He coming in there with that Bulls hat. He gonna have a little bit of cranberry and vodka. He's that dad mode where he's still out there, but he's also, you know, gives you that father figure vibe. King Petty is just laid back, man. He's a stoner. He's a stoner of the crew. He might be asleep half the episode, but then he'll say something profound that have you laughing. His cough and laughs have become legendary alone. That could be a laugh track. Yeah. Cough followed by the super loud laugh. And then, of course, Big Gerald, you know, who is newest member of the crew. But that man is pure hilarity, man. He is par for par. As funny as anybody on any day of episodes. So I look at us kind of like, you know, the 93 Bulls or something like that. Everybody, you know, can be Jordan on one episode. Everybody can be Pippen on one episode. Sometimes you might have to just be B.J. Armstrong or John Paxson. But together, we're a championship team. So everybody brings their own little spice, their own element. We have married folks, we have single folks, we have divorced folks, we have people in relationships. We have dirtbags. So you get a little bit of everything. It's like, I consider it like peeking in a locker room. You know, you ever wanted to know what goes on in the locker room of, you know, with still young black men, you're going to see it, and you're going to hear some intelligent stuff. You're going to hear some rubbish. You're going to hear some, you know, laughs. You're going to hear some horror stories. You're going to hear all types of stuff, but it's all in good fun and the spirit of brotherhood. So it's good to see, you know, none of us are in prison. None of us are doing anything wrong. We're out here trying to feed our families through making y'all laugh and giving you that service of good spirit. So it's just a band of brothers. It really is.
Yeah. And this brotherhood is unbreakable. You know what I'm saying? Money, cars, clothes, hoes. That shit can't break us. We'll end this shit before any of that shit jump in the middle of it. You know what I'm saying? And we stand on that shit till the day we die.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, you told us what got you into podcasting. You know, you didn't want to be in the corporate life, which, you know, you've kind of got me onto that type of movement where I'm tired of the corporate life. Don't want to do this shit no more. I still love doing what I do. I just want to do something different and work for myself, be my own boss. And you've gotten a crew on that. So, you know, in the aspect of not being a leader, but you are a leader and one of the profound leaders, because you've all got us on this path. You know what I'm saying? You came up with this idea, which was wonderful and amazing, and we've all been rocking with it. You know what I'm saying? So we appreciate you for that, man, because you opened our eyes to part of a new life. You dig what I'm saying? Because we were on that path of what we were trained to be. You know what I'm saying? You go to work, get a job, get a house, get married, get a dog, white picket fence, the whole shebang, where you can do some new shit now, you know what I'm saying, in a new generation, you know what I'm saying? So shout out, appreciate you for that. So what's next, man?
Yeah, man. Well, it's just expansion right now, man. The goal is global domination. You know, I want to see all my people not only eating, but I want to see them get fat. I want us to be gluttonous. There's enough pie out there for everyone. And right now, I don't want to be in front of the camera for much longer. You know, I've been in front of the camera for a few years, but I see myself, you know, as Tyler Perry without the dress. You know, I'm a really creative dude. So the goal right now is to put my people on and put us in positions where we can feed our families for a lifetime, own something that we have a true legacy. You know, I want to be behind the scenes and just create. I've always been a creative since I was a little kid. I would take action figures and I would have my He-Man toys and my Transformer toys and my Thundercat toys and my Silverhawk toys and my G.I. Joes, and I would set them up in different spots of the room and essentially make Marvel movies in my head since I was little. So when that creativity is bound, and I think that's another thing with All Punishment, it's not just about him breaking the chains and coming loose, but it's for anyone. It's a mentality.
Yeah.
All Punishment is, you know, stop taking those chains that people put on you or society have put on you or expectations, breaking those chains and really coming forth with being who you are, your true authentic self, finding a way to make sure your number one goal is being happy and taking care of your family. And if you can do them both, well, damn, you come up with something. So that's the goal. I want to step from away from the camera and just be full-time creative and putting people on and continuing that. We have some music projects coming up very soon. If you've ever looked at Down in the Den, the theme song beat, that's all me. So I do make music, but at my age, I'm not trying to be really behind the mic. I'm more of trying to do like a Dr. Dre present. So a lot of our den mates on the music side have agreed to contribute tracks. So I'm having a den present Drums in Nightmares that'll be coming probably next quarter. So we're finishing that project up. We have some music. I want to get into film. Just the world's our oyster, man. As long as I got my crew and my family around me, I feel unstoppable. So any challenge that is in front of me, I'm fairly sure I can be knocked down because I got family. I sound like Vin Diesel right now, but I got family.
Yeah, that's what it is. I'm the Tyrese of the bunch. You know what I'm saying? I'm always with some bullshit. I stay eating, and I will punch the shit out your motherfucking ass. So we've got all of these. It started with the den. That's the tree. Now with so many branches popping off, right? By far, you know, we've done a lot of episodes of Down in the Den After Dark. What's by far, if you could tell our viewers, what's the episode that they need to check out the most, that they're going to be like, what in the holy fuck?
I mean, that's an easy one. If you want to really get into what we are, if you really want to go back into a time machine 30 years and see what we doing, just busting each other's chops, you got to watch Monster Hunter. That's the episode that has the full crew. It has one of the most hilarious stories. Like, you would think some of these stories are old. No, these stories are like weeks old. Like, we still out here just wilding out. So if you're going to tune in, of course, my man Shortman is the star of that episode in more ways than one. But if you really want to get a peek, that's the After Dark episode I suggest you check out. It's doing great numbers. Listen to it wherever you listen to podcasts, or you can also catch it on YouTube. I suggest you check it on YouTube so you can see our faces with it. But it's pure hilarious. But whenever we're together, it's going to be funny. But I think that's the episode if I could submit for Emmy consideration, that would be the one.
Yeah, they tore my ass up on that, but it's my own fault. Like I say, I took some L's on that shit, man. But it's all good. So I gotta jump into some fuckery real quick because Miss Nikki New. So I'm always gonna take credit for this shit because Nikki New is your partner, but also your lady friend.
Right.
So and y'all check out my episode coming up on Are You Mad? Miss Nikki New breaks me down like she's Ayana. You know what I'm saying? Miss Fix My Life. And she got me into a different type of a character. You know what I'm saying? I'm really mellow on this episode. But y'all gonna check out my episode with Miss Fine Ass Big Booty Clappers Businesswoman Neon Nails. Ooh, is she fine? And my friend, but she knows what it is. You know what I'm saying? And if you ain't checked that episode out, look at them clappers. Oh my God. Christmas came early, thank you, Lord. But back to Miss Nikki New. So Nikki New is your lady friend. And he almost passed up on Miss Nikki New low key. Because if y'all see this motherfucker squinting, y'all see this nigga's eyes, right? And this is the first time I've said nigga today. Well, twice now. But I wouldn't want to tell him to put his glasses on, but I'm gonna leave him the fuck alone today because he looked like black squints. You know what I'm saying? But so let me tell you about this mofo and how he. So if you checked out his episode, is that on Down in the Den? On your regular Down in the Den?
Well, it's actually on the Are You Mad Intimate Conversations. You can actually, we did a Tinder experiment.
Yeah.
So to give a little backstory, and we'll start from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
He's right. I'm probably legally blind. I'm not doing the light skin squints trying to be light skinned. I really can't see out here. So if I don't have my glasses on, which I've misplaced them somewhere, if I don't have my glasses on, it's literally clouds and things of that nature. So
how many fingers I'm holding up?
Nigga, probably your shit's so thick it's probably just one big middle finger, but it looked like two. Knowing you. But we had light. So just I had liked her previously, but I did multiple swipes. Any of those on Tinder. And
this wasn't even Tinder where you met her at. This wasn't Tinder. No, it wasn't.
No, it was Tinder. It was definitely Tinder.
No, it would be okay.
No, it was Tinder. She was okay. Tinder. We were that's why it's the Tinder experiment.
Okay, so but fuck Tinder.
Yeah, it was on
I'm not even gonna say Tinder, man. I'm not gonna say nothing bad about Tinder. Never mind.
So hey, I'm done with them. Fuck them. But I'm going through and I'm showing my brother. I'm like, both, we're men on a warpath, but I'm showing my brother some of the potential candidates, and I'm just kind of swiping, and then he says, "Great, pause, hold on," and I'm like, "What?" He said, "Nigga, you ain't see that?" I said, "See what?" He said, "Right there, third picture to the last. Look in the mirror." I still didn't see what he was talking about. And he was like, "She got some ass on her." I grabbed my spectacles and cleaned them off, put them on like Mr. Magoo, and looked, and I said, "Well, show you right." And then he was like, "You got to try that." So, I let her know. I said, "Hey, man, I'm interested in getting to know you further." And we started off, she's also a podcaster, as we mentioned, and I was like, "Hey, push come to shove, we can get some incredible content." So you can go on, there's shorts, it's not a full episode, but there's shorts tracking me getting dressed, getting prepped for this date. She has hers on her channel from her perspective, getting ready for the date. And ironically, the date was just more than entertainment. It ended up being like a true connection, and we ended up like, that's my girl now. So, I gotta shout out the man. I'm very, very happy right now. He did it. He may not be the best. He may be Michael Jordan when it comes to drafting for himself, but when it comes to other, he's Jerry West. He did a good job.
I say when I pick my own, I'm horrible. I am horrible right now. But I'm good at picking for everybody else for some reason. But hold on, we gonna take a commercial break because I gotta get into some other stuff. And matter of fact, you know what? We're not gonna get in a commercial break. Fuck that. I gotta keep this going. So listen, this motherfucker can't see. And when I scrolled down, because he was like, man, she cute, this and this, and I'm like, okay, she's chocolate, which we love all you chocolate ladies. She's
both of us are chocolate lovers for sure.
Yeah, we love them all, but chocolate is the best, you know what I'm saying? Milk chocolate. She dressed fly, you know what I'm saying? She's got a great smile. Miss Nikki knew his family now, so I can say these things. And so when I'm scrolling, and I pay attention to everything, to the toe, to the feet, because I like feet and all of that stuff.
You mentioned that too. There's just some nice toes.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice.
So, I seen this photo that Nikki knew had been turned backwards, but she kind of like in this with the phone toy, with the mirror. So I know it's a thirst trap, and I'm here for the thirst trap all day, every day. And I seen it, and that's how she was shaped, like it was round. So I said, God damn. And I said, you did not. And I'm thinking, like, how the fuck didn't he see it? So I had to point that out specifically because I'm a booty urologist, people. I see ass from a miles away. My eyes is good. I am his sixth sense of spotting that ass. So I spotted it, and we are here now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm so happy. I didn't even want to tell her when she asked me this story, but it's out there. So, but
it's on the record.
They made a great connection. And it is what it is, you know. But
yeah, shout out to my man Kyle Jones too. When we sent the video, he also noticed, you know, the chemistry was off the chain.
Yep.
So, you know, he also gave you the cosign, and like I said, she fam bam now. She could potentially make a cameo.
Yeah, she's in the family. So, and I heard she can cook her motherfucking ass off. And he finally got her some Bojangles. So, and she hooked on that shit now. So, she's a winner. Chicken dinner. So I'm not gonna hold you too much longer. But as you already said, what's next? But where do you see myself? Because I'm keeping it mellow today because it's you. Because I know I be with the fuckery a lot. So I just really wanted to really have a conversation with you. But where do you see you as being a co-creator of what we now have as Off Punishment? Where do you see myself and my brand going?
I mean, I think the world is your oyster. And, you know, I've said it. It's no discredit to any of the members of the crew because we all bring something to the team. Mm-hmm. But I've always said, you know, you're little Michael. You're Michael Jordan. When it comes to charisma, you got it in spades. Work ethic, you got it in spades. Hustle, you got it in spades. So the only limitations is where you want to go. And, you know, I'm there to guide and ride with you every step of the way and bring any of my expertise and guidance. But, I mean, I see this as a global brand. I see this up there with shows like Drink Champs. I see this up there with shows like The Breakfast Club. It has that potential because you yourself are a star. You're one of one. You're a unique individual. But more importantly, you're humble, you believe in family, and you grind. So when you have all those elements, plus you're a good dude and a good heart, because, you know, don't let the fuckery fool you. This man has a huge heart and does so many good things for the community. Plus his story alone. You know, his story is something that you wouldn't believe if I didn't know it to be true from, like, actually being there. It's an incredible journey. So like I said, of any of us, I think you have the brightest star and have the most potential. And it's just going to go as far as you want it to go, man. If you wanted to go to the top, that's exactly where it's going to go.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely trying to push to the motherfucking top. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to climb my way. I'm not going to throw nobody off, but I am going to claim what's the fuck's mine. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe the world is mine. And it's my time now. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that. But we're getting ready to wrap this thing up. We got more with Marz coming. You know what I'm saying? We got so much more with this family. I just had to put Big Bro in the spotlight one time because If it wasn't for him, you don't have me. You don't have this. You get little reels and tidbits of me on After Dark with the crew. You know what I'm saying? You see a lot of my fuckery, but you don't see me in this light. You know what I'm saying? I'm really, really mellow. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about all of the fuck shit I be talking about, which it is coming. It's coming soon. We're going to have him back. We got more stories because he can tell you so much fuck shit from me being a young boy from... I was there. I should have been in school one day on his first day of college. I didn't skip school to go to his house so his mom and I can go to him at Norfolk State University. I'm 12 years old at this time, and I'm on a college campus lying to these girls that I'm 18. And they were believing it. I ain't have a bit of facial hair. I had messed up little afro, big ass baggy clothes. I had rode my bike to his house. So you'll get to hear all of these stories and more, and get to know me, get to know my brothers, and get to know this family. Because we're going to be in your motherfucking face from here on out. And that's a motherfucking fact. But, big bro, I appreciate you. Tell them where they can find you at, man.
Yes, sir. So if you're looking for Down in the Den, the mothership, the thing that got this all started, it's available every Wednesday, new episodes on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen or stream podcasts. Please check that out. That's the motherland. We have incredible, talented artists. Latest episode, Michael Prince, the Prince of the Strings, an incredible black violinist, young king, doing his thing. He's been on tour with Russell, Russ, all these dope artists. That's available right now. We got Down in the Den. That's every Wednesday. Every weekend, we got Down in the Den After Dark. Please check that out. The Shortman himself, myself, the rest of the After Dark crew. It is X-rated, but it is funny. We got a brand new episode coming out on the 23rd at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please check that out. Pot with Petty, a show that I co-created and executive produced every Saturday at 4:20 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Learn about the best strains. They're like the Black Beavers and Butthead with the brothers King, Petty, and Quay over on that. We have Are You Mad? That drops usually every other week. I have now assumed the executive producer role on that, so I'm producing that right now. I'm also available for writing. I write for podcasts. I do voiceover work. If you want to reach me, hit me at for business opportunities, DITD _studios on Instagram. That's for business. That's my business Instagram. If you want to just check out dope content, it's Marz MARZ _entertainment on Instagram. You can see clips of the show, clips of Pot with Petty, clips of Awful Punishment. Everything is up there to see kind of what me and the fam are doing. And if you want to reach me for business email or contacts or anything, that email is Shawn930 at yahoo.com. I'm keeping it old school. I keep it funky with the Yahoo, never getting rid of it. It's my first email, and it'll be my last email. So check me out there, and we got stuff coming. The stuff you guys don't even know. Not to mention the Tampa trip, not to mention the Vegas trip. So 2023 is ours. It's the Jordan years. We getting the 6 of us, and we getting them rings. 6 rings, baby.
Bang, 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 bang. All right, that's it. You know what I'm saying? This was the mellow fellow, the short man, a.k.a. the shortest giant you'll meet. You did not get to see my other alter egos today because, like I said, this was a special treat for myself. Big brother, thank you again. And
anytime, bro.
We out this bitch. Peace.
Deuces.
I need this.